The federal government has brought severe new allegations against Lil Durk. A California grand jury added stalking resulting in death as a new offense on May 1, 2025. This accusation is connected to the shooting death of Sevilla Lul Pab Robinson, Quando Rondo's cousin, in Los Angeles in 2022. This is on top of the several charges Durk is already facing. He is charged with conspiracy, weapons-related offenses, and utilizing interstate communication to arrange a murder for hire, all connected to the same occurrence. According to the prosecution, Durk's OTF crew members were responsible for the attack. The elimination of any and allusions to Durk's song lyrics is one significant modification to the revised accusation. His rap lyrics were previously being used by the authorities to support their case. That was unfair, according to his legal team, and it violated his right to free expression. Now that the lyrics have been taken out, they must rely on additional proof. In custody since October 2024 is Durk. The judge rejected his attempt to escape a $3.3 million bond that Sony had sponsored. On May 8, 2025, a fresh bond hearing is scheduled. It is anticipated that his trial will start in October. Durk has entered a not guilty plea to every allegation. According to his attorneys, the government is unfairly persecuting him, and he is innocent. How prosecutors utilize music in criminal cases may be significantly impacted by the outcome of this case.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It had named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Act. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Knowing that there wasn't much proof against Durk, Drew would inquire about these songs in the rap industry that the authorities wanted to use against him. He would immediately realize that these songs are outdated and shouldn't be used against him.
Got the indictment, we noticed, and we started hearing from people in the music world. People are like, this doesn't really make sense. That song, those lyrics were done a long time before that. I mean, we were hearing it from all different directions. We were hearing it from studio people. We were hearing it from people that wear suits to work every day, executives.
Exactly, yep.
And so we were like, we got to get to work here. We got to figure this out.
Durk's attorney would flatly state that they wanted to go the distance because of all of this. But given the new allegations, this would not be the best course of action. When academics ask Durk if he would consider a plea offer, he responds, "Absolutely not. We're going all the way."
You know, likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
This is the Fed's attempt to keep Durk incarcerated, regardless of how his bail package appears in the court documents. The government gave undersigned counsel a copy of the new indictment today. In the second superseding indictment, the government has decided to drop the accusations about Mr. Banks' lyrics that were previously included in the first superseding indictment. They're also dropping an additional charge of stalking, which led to a passing in a simplified explanation. The feds are telling the judge not to listen to their defense about the lyrics, so we'll just drop those charges as we have something better against him. The feds knew Durk's attorneys had two plans to have him released from custody on the May 8th bond hearing, and they were going to claim Durk was exercising his First Amendment rights.
First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, the First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is violent.
With the second being his...
A judge has agreed to hear Durk's new bond request on May 8th in LA. The second statement reads, "And his team intends to present a proposed bail package including $1 million in cash, $900,000 in real estate, $150,000 from an associate, 247 armed security, and electronic monitoring to show that he's not a flight risk. It looks so good." Online attorneys even predicted that he would be freed from prison, just like Young Thug was.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted didn't end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, and it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song was actually released months before.
But with the release of some of the most striking coincidence evidence ever, such as Durk's lyrics, "Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no," and "Aswando is seen at the crime scene screaming no," these fresh Durk allegations completely upended everything.
Yeah, and I'll go out on a limb and say that sometimes prosecutors don't necessarily understand hip-hop culture. It's almost like a text without context. So you got to really understand the time, the place, the audience. Sometimes they might speak in ways that seem direct to somebody that's outside of the culture, but doesn't necessarily, but can mean several things to someone inside the culture. So it would certainly be a flub, big time, right? But it wouldn't be the first time that such a thing has happened where somebody looking through the window, particularly of hip hop culture, doesn't understand what's being said other than their desired use of it.
It raises questions about the extent of the federal government's evidence against Lil Durk. It turns out to be a lot. The government is sifting through more than 230 gigabytes of digital data, according to a significant update that many people were unaware of.
The search is on for 3 people
surveillance
who police
footage,
say at a
audio,
Savannah rapper,
and video recordings,
a member of his
among other
entourage.
things.
It happened in Los
Furthermore,
Angeles, and cameras captured the
pages of
aftermath.
reports are being examined to make discoveries.
This man, a
They are
passenger in that
constructing a
car,
solid case,
frantic at
not
the
merely
site.
conjecture or rumors. According to the feds, a significant portion of this material was provided by a crucial witness identified as Jam, an OTF associate. The government reportedly thinks Durk paid to have 2 persons removed. One was Stephen Mack, who was purportedly connected to Durk's brother D-Thang's demise. The second was Jam's baby mother, who died not long after Durk allegedly found out that Jam had a wire on. All of this is related to a contentious Instagram Live. Investigators suspect Jam was speaking into a concealed wire when he was seen talking and allegedly grasping the top of his jacket in that footage. The pivotal event that resulted in this federal case might have been that moment. The feds now appear to be treating Jam as a critical witness who could hold the key to linking Durk to all 3 killings. There is more pressure on Durk than ever before, because of the volume of information and insider testimony.
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, feeling like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. I'm like, back in the day. Look, he's talking about.
Give me the check on your man. I heard you got his head. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to have a dare.
Architect.
What happened to dare? School's out of town.
All that whooping on the net, it got your man
Metro!
Metro!
But months prior to his arrest, Durk was aware that Jam was acting strangely. It was revealed that Durk had been playing 3D chess the entire time and knew Jam would comply.
See shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I could have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your is gonna cooperate.
You can tell how heartbroken Durk is to learn of Jam's snitching, since he would go on to claim that he no longer even lets his pals know where he lives and provides no information to
nobody. Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids. Cause it's like, I'm just a different type. I'm not the have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the
you gotta watch everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like,
during this Instagram live, F Jam's the same man Durk gave $50,000 to, then pounces on the folks in the back.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him. Get in the middle so big mama get the tripping, bro.
See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did all?
In the year I did it now?
Yeah, that's your last bit. 12? That boy popped out 12 years. Yeah. So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man.
The federal authorities looked into the people in the backdrop of that Instagram live. They were shopping for jewels with King Vaughn, demonstrating their strong friendship.
Solitary
Hey,
stone.
we just looked at him, man.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money maker stepped in.
Because of everything, they're bringing another M case against Durk because of F Jam. They showed the judge the Instagram story of Dang, which was shared 30 minutes after the death of Steve Mack, as well as the Instagram story of Durk laughing the next day.
What? Tweak on my folks. Hey, somebody always said, it's laugh con. Yeah. Somebody always said, it's laugh con.
However, did you know that just before Durk was set to be released from prison, his wife India Royale was caught cheating? It was tweeted that Durk's baby mama, India, was purportedly spotted at a party with her hand on another man's leg. Screenshots of the footage that one of her friends released made it more evident what was going on, and India responded the following.
Family, do we know you? Yeah, you a grown man. Do y'all remember when men used to like lay concrete, change tires, go to war? Now these niggas on the internet gossiping all day. Like, what's happening?
Ein and DJ Academics would share their thoughts on this trending web.
All right, so you want to bet 10,000 right now that hold on.
Told about some other
We talking about India.
She's a good girl. She's
You met her?
I haven't met her, but
So why you saying she a good girl? Like,
because I hear the drama about everybody's relationship, and I know Any rapper who could say something about me and they got a public girl, I could tell you who your girl off when she was mad at you. Like, I know all of that. I've never heard no dirt about her. Just to keep it a beat. Never heard nothing about her, period.
All right, but she gonna be faithful to the trial.
Yes.
Anything after that?
I mean, you never know how it goes. I mean, if somebody, how does it go if somebody's, again, I'm not wishing upon him, but if you get life, like, how did that go with your girl? She's supposed to be faithful or no?